Sometimes you play a game that you end up remembering just for how bizarre it was. It's at the back of your mind like a strange dream or a false memory from your childhood. Well, that was my experience with a game called Atlantis 2. It was made by a French studio, Cryo Interactive, and they're kind of notorious for making these kinds of games. It's a point-and-click puzzle game, so that justifies the gameplay being a bit mysterious, to put it diplomatically. But I couldn't for the life of me figure out what was going on with the story. Now, to be completely fair, you may be thinking it may have helped to play the first game before. A pretty logical assumption, but I don't think it's true. You see, I have played the fourth game in the series, Evolution. Right, so there is a reason I played only these two games, and it's not because I have anything against odd numbers, it was just a time before digital storefronts. What I mean to say is, I don't think the copies I owned of these two were even legal. Come to think of it, I guess that explains why the cutscenes didn't work. That also couldn't have helped with understanding the story. But my point is, based on these two, the games in this series don't really have a lot to do with each other. At least, not the stories. On the bright side, this means we can just jump right into Atlantis 2. Let's see if after all these years I can finally make sense of it all. We start the game by clicking on one of the planets, and I immediately have a bit of a problem. We're climbing a mountain, that's kind of obvious, but isn't that the exact opposite direction you should go if you want to get to Atlantis? I guess it's about the journey and not the destination, but this seems a bit extreme. But it seems like we're on the right track. See, this vehicle is actually from Atlantis. It's a flying machine that you used to get around in the first game. I guess all we need to do is get it
You and I have both traveled far, Ten.
You know my name?
Yes, you are the bearer of light.
Okay, it looks like this one's occupied.
Who are you? Why were you waiting for me here?
I am the guardian of the crystal.
The crystal, huh?
What is the crystal for?
It is a container of journeys. I only know it will take you even further than Shambhala.
I didn't realize that even Shambhala was on the table. Well, I guess one try couldn't hurt. Okay, that was nice.
I have traveled in the crystal.
You sure have, Dan. So besides the crystal, we also have rocks, and these have a bit of a different effect. First we need this contraption in the back, and we also need some assistance, so if you would be so kind to materialize right next to me. Is he floating? Also, could you back up a bit? Ever heard of personal space? Whatever, take it away.
Brother Phelim, are you daydreaming again?
Brother, you don't know the half of it.
Those illustrations won't do themselves, you know.
Get off my back, I'm working on it.
Let's have a look at your work there. Well, that's interesting. It puts me in mind of one of the old pagan stories.
Whoa.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, that must be Finbar. Would you go out and see what he's done to himself?
Yes, that's probably for the best, but don't you want to come?
Hurry up now.
Oh, well, guess not.
Brother Finbar? Are you alright, brother? Has something happened to you?
Okay, I think this is more than what I've signed up for.
Brother, I've seen Finbar.
Have you, lad? And how is he?
He seems to be moonstruck.
Moonstruck, is it? I'm feeling that way myself, Phelim. As if half of me had fallen down a hole or been swallowed by some passing beast.
What's to be done about Finbar?
Do whatever seems best, lad. I'll pray for all of us. Do you know what I think? It's all connected to that star that's been shining in the day. I'd swear on it.
The star? Yeah, I think it's safe to say that's beyond my capabilities. The ambulance is also out of the question. I guess all we can do at this point is run around the island aimlessly. With friends like these, I don't like Finbar's chances. In most adventure games you collect items that at least seem somewhat useful. Instead of that, here we collect bone shards. We do that so that we can reassemble this skull in this burial mound. And how will this help Finbar?
Do whatever seems best, lad.
Now, some of these shards are pretty well hidden. For example, this fox has one of them, right? You might expect you'd have to trade for it, but no, he just runs off. And then this happens. And he just leaves the shard there. Does this even count as a puzzle? Philosophical questions aside, I think that's the last of them, so let's see here. Anyway, have you seen the beehives? It's amazing just how self-sufficient this monastery is. I have to go talk to him, don't I? Just look at him. Look at that smug expression. He knows I don't want to do this.
Who are you? Why can't you talk?
That wasn't quite as useful as I hoped it would be. So, what gives? There is no indication of this, but he's actually thirsty. Lucky for us, we have a pitcher and a well. But it doesn't work. No, you have to get water from inside, from the fountain. This, I think, is already needlessly complicated, but there's a twist. The fountain is your exit from this place back to Tibet. So, if you've clicked it before, you might assume that's the only thing it's good for. You know you're in for a good time and something as mundane as getting water is this convoluted. Another fun fact is that at this point, the fountain is the only thing you can talk to Liam about. Now, that's all well and good, but isn't there something more important to discuss? Like, I don't know, the fact that I reanimated a human head? Then again, how's a conversation like that even supposed to go?
Brother Liam, I just went around the whole island looking for the pieces of the broken skull inside the mound, and when I put it back together, it reanimated.
How would you even react to that? I mean, just imagine, you send your coworker to help somebody with a medical emergency, and then they go on to resurrect an entirely different person.
You're a clever fellow, Phelim.
Phelim is like the sawed-off shotgun of first aid. Effective, but highly inaccurate. Anyway, let's go and water the, head.
Say something.
A force, a dark force is abroad.
What is this force? What can I do?
You'll need the knife, of course. Bring it to me.
Tell me who you are.
Bring me the knife.
Alright already. Well, at least we have a clear objective. Too bad there is one thing that you cannot find on this island. Can you guess what it is? That's right, a knife. Brother Liam sure isn't helping, and Finbar, he's still checked out. Well, what can you do? Let's just return to the illustrations. It looks pretty much finished already. I guess this part could use some work. Huh, are we in a vision inside of another vision? Man, this is a French game.
Who are you?
I am Dian Kerst.
Who's the man sitting over there?
Phelim's way of getting information puts even Commander Shepard to shame. So, to summarize, these are characters from Celtic mythology. This is Dian Kecht, a god of healing, and this is the king, Nuada. Except he's not exactly king anymore. Not since he lost a hand in the fight against the Fomorach. The good news is, Dian Kecht made him a replacement, a prosthetic hand. The bad news is, it's been stolen. His sword is also gone. And without these two items, there is no way the king can reclaim his throne from the half-Fomorach Bresh. Now, in the original story, Bresh is supposedly beautiful, that's like his one defining trait. I suppose beauty standards have changed over time. There is another explanation. There is a one-eyed monster in Celtic mythology called Baelor. He's also the leader of the Fomorians, the antagonists to the Tuatha, the blue people here. So I think the developers got the two of them mixed up. Baelor also locked his daughter in a tower of crystal. Right now, it's Nuada's hand in a tower of glass. We still have no idea about the sword though, or the knife for that matter. Or how dealing with any of this will help Finbar. I suppose we've just given up on that. I don't think Phelim is very goal-oriented. Liam has finally moved and has all new dialogue options.
What can you tell me of the strange markings on the church wall?
It's Ogham, the writing used by the heathen druids. I don't know what it means, I'm sorry.
I wish I could read it.
Is that right? Huh, that's very funny.
How do you mean, funny?
Speaking of the Ogham, put me in mind of a key I have. You take it now, and see if there's anything you can do with it.
What does it open, brother?
Do you know, I can't remember, but I'm sure you'll find it. You're a clever young fellow, Phelim. You'll find it, whatever it is.
I wonder what it's for. Could it be this chest? This one right here? Right in your line of sight? Brother, it's like 10 in the morning. Control yourself. So, what's the knife for?
Gorev on Forsalat.
Cool, but what is it for?
The knife is ready for the trees.
It's ready for the trees, he says. What he means by that is that you have to use it on this wall. I think things are already confusing enough. There's no need for misdirection. You have enough spaces for 3 markings, but you only need 2. The markings of 2 trees that have something to do with the monastery.
Well, that's an ash tree, of course. There was one standing right up against the church.
It's pretty simple if you know what you're looking for, but otherwise you have to make some leaps in logic.
Elderberries make a very effective wine, very efficacious.
But once again, that's the name of the game with Cryo Interactive. And our reward is, well, it looks like a stick, but I'm not sure. Let me just check the tooltip. Yep, yes, that's what it is.
I found this stick.
So you have. Now you must use it.
You'll never guess what this is for. Some people get water when they hit a rock with their staff, but feel him, he gets something else entirely. This is a waiting puzzle, and it's actually kind of a hassle. You have to intercept the horse as it's running around the island. You have to stand in the correct position, and that's it. I've accidentally got it. Enjoy your new speedrunning strat, I suppose. What do I need a horse for?
I've caught the horse, Ahil.
Now you must ride him across the water.
Ah, of course. What else? It's never explicitly stated, but I think this is supposed to be Embar, a white horse that can travel over the sea. Oof. Yeah, I'm sure that looked cooler in your head, Phelim. At least we have someone new to talk to. Hopefully he will make more sense than the others. Yeah, that's about what I expected.
Well, well. 'Tis not often I get a blackbird like myself for company.
Ah, is that right?
Me own name is Finton, by the way.
I could be here a while if I can't find the tower, of course.
Oh, is that right?
Ever been so scared that you just switch voice actors mid-dialogue?
Well, you best start looking for it then.
I know, low-hanging fruit.
Here's a wee stick to help you.
So the goddess Anya turned Fintan into a blackbird out of jealousy. She also turned his muse, Ermich, into stone. Ermich also being the Ankek's daughter. It was also Anya who killed Ahil and spread his remains around. So it seems like she's the one behind all the supernatural phenomena. But the main reason to come here is for the Tower of Glass.
Duel 1. Let's rock! Slap!
So close, yet still so far. At this point, you know the drill. Whenever you encounter an obstacle, talk to all the characters and see if they can help. This time, Liam gives us an item that allows us to communicate with Anya.
Now that's a strange thing. It puts me in mind of Bridget's cross, so it does. Here.
We just have to set it spinning across the sky. Thankfully, it's sufficient to do it metaphorically.
I have come.
Well, that's good because we need to have a talk. Oh. What am I even supposed to make of this? You know what? I can see why she would be jealous of Ermich.
You are Onya?
I am.
Nuada, who was once king of the Tuatha, needs help.
That man will always need help.
Right.
Ahil spoke to me of you.
He raped me.
Oh, wait. How? Never mind, bad angle.
There's a statue.
Would you care to be a statue as well, little man?
You know, I think we started off on the wrong foot.
No, I wouldn't. I ask you to free her, and the poet Fintan.
That is a lot to ask. What have you done for me?
I have set the ancient sun spinning across the sky.
Well, you put like a thing on a picture, let's not get carried away. But apparently that's enough for Anya.
That was well said.
Can you believe some people say she's difficult to please?
Stranger.
You are Ermich, aren't you?
I am. And you?
I am called Phelim.
Because I always fail him.
There's a snake that guards the tower in the well, and I don't know how to get past it.
I could have helped you. If only...
If only what, Ermich?
If only I had my salmon.
It's just one problem after the other with these people, isn't it? But the solution is simple. Just add the salmon to the illustration yourself. And while I'm at it, why not just erase Bresh? No, that doesn't quite work. I do have a sword now, so I can just take things into my own hand.
I have the sword, boy.
Yoink!
Why isn't my sword at my feet?
You can't harm Bresh, young fellow.
Oh yeah? Check this out.
You can't kill anyone or anything with that sword, boy. Only I can.
Well, that was just embarrassing. But with the salmon, we can finally get the hand.
Duel 2. Let's rock! Perfect.
The hand. Now, boy, give me my sword.
Alright, that wrapped up real nice. I mean, it's a bit of a shame about Finbar.
Brother Phelim, God be praised. Would you look at Finbar over there? He's nearly right as rain.
Huh, I guess that problem just took care of itself.
I thought a little celebration wouldn't be a bad thing.
Brother Liam, you've been drinking all day already. That's gonna be one hell of a hangover tomorrow.
And I wonder what this is. Here, maybe you can make something of it, Phelim.
You know, say what you want about Brother Liam, but he knows how to delegate responsibility. So that's the end of this adventure. I still don't understand what Finbar had to do with anything. Why is his ailment suddenly fixed? He wasn't cursed by Anya from what I can tell. Also, is King Ahil just going to live there from now on? You guys could have invited him for a drink at least, although I guess that's maybe not such a good idea. Let's just cut our losses and hope the next stream makes more sense. We travel to Mesoamerica this time, which is a pretty unique setting for a video game. But there is an entire city to explore with merchants, temples, there is even a ball game going on. Now, the players don't look too motivated, which is surprising because the losing team is usually sacrificed. But what I'm really curious about is where am I supposed to go? The city is nice and all, even though it looks more like an excavation site. You can even climb the temples and get a better view. And the music, as always, is also very pleasant.
Cousin,
They seriously need to stop with the jump scares.
what news of the enemy, Tepek?
Forgive me, I must first report to the king.
My elder brother's growing weaker. He still clutches at vain hopes. You've been spying on the enemy army. You know the truth.
The feathered serpent does not hear. He has heard nobody for many years. He sleeps.
Let me introduce the evil prince with his evil advisor, the evil priest of the evil jaguar god.
Tezcatlipoca will protect us.
The jaguar is indeed a powerful god.
Ooh.
And you are worthy to be his high priest.
I already like Tepek a lot more than Phelim. I guess you could say I didn't really feel him. As for these two, suffice it to say, they're not too fond of the benevolent king and the benevolent Quetzalcoatl, not to mention the benevolent priestess.
Tepek, you are back. We have all been worried for you.
Alright, Tepek, shoot your shot.
And you? How are you?
I am well, of course.
Well, there's always next time.
The king is expecting you. Please bring these bandages to him. He wishes to make another sacrifice.
Quetzalcoatl hasn't spoken?
No. His Chulel has left us. Without life force, we will die.
You know the king and his daughter are to be sacrificed if the feathered serpent hasn't awakened by moonrise.
Yes, I know.
I have thought about you. At night, hiding from the enemy, I thought about you.
Come on, that's just laying it on too thick. I mean, I guess you can't blame him. He was behind enemy lines all this time, so he's a little pent up, so what?
You should learn to control your thoughts.
Denied.
Yeah, at this point I'd just give up.
Please take those bandages in.
I spoke to the prince.
Please take the bandages to the king.
The jaguar priest just told me that he is to sacrifice the king and his child tomorrow at dawn.
The king is expecting those bandages.
The king's daughter is to be sacrificed to Tezcatlipoca?
Yes. Now please take the bandages into the king.
You said the king has been making too many sacrifices.
Yes. Now you must take in the bandages.
What can we do to help the king?
The king is impatient to make his sacrifice and is waiting for the bandages. Go to him.
You're back, Tipek. Set the bandages down before me.
I suppose that means it didn't work.
All I see in the smoke is the Jaguar god.
We must submit to the seasons of the gods.
No, we mustn't. You must do something. You must go to Xibalba, the land of the dead.
Yes, I will offer my life to the feathered serpent.
No, you must not die.
Ah, see, she does care. But if we can't die, how exactly are we supposed to get to Xibalba?
Tremble, human, for this is Xibalba, land of the dead.
Yes, I know, but I'm not dead.
Yeah, I think I'm sensing a theme here, you know, traveling to supernatural places. And also doing drugs, but this is a French game, so that just goes without saying.
I have come to find the feathered serpent. He will give me Chulel.
Oh, I see. That is most unlikely and highly irregular.
Yeah, you know what? It sounds like a bother anyway. Let's just leave.
I haven't found the feathered serpent.
And I swear I looked everywhere. So in order to really cross over to the afterlife, we have to do a bit of a puzzle. It's nothing too serious, we just have to put these blotches in order, like the colors of the rainbow. But why this perspective? Sometimes you can barely even see the path. Also, I guess if you're colorblind, this is where you just give up. But basically, just arrange the board so that all the paths meet. Once we're done, we're transported somewhere completely different, and this is where true hell begins. We have to navigate this dark jungle where everything looks the same, while keeping an eye out for little yellow stars in the yellow mud. Unlike the city, you can never see where the next position is, which makes navigation even more of a nightmare. All the while an Aztec man screams in one ear and crows caw in the other. I think this adds a new layer of cruelty to the human sacrifices. So what do we need the stars for? We have to arrange them on this pedestal here. You might already see the pattern of the Big Dipper, but in case you don't, you will need to navigate all the way out of the jungle, get in the boat, navigate the river, find the bat, go back to the land of the living, down the stairs, up the stairs, and there you have it. Now do all that again in reverse order, and we're done.
I have found you at last, Lord Jaguar. I have found you at last, Lord Jaguar. Am I talking to myself? Am I talking to myself?
No good. Something's missing. Let's explore the rest of Xibalba. You can get to the points of interest with the boat. There is only 4 in total. We are familiar with the jungle and the bat zone. Then we have the spider zone with its distinct music.
You have no business here, human. What's in my web is mine.
Now, just at first glance, what do you think you might have to do here? If you thought you have to navigate to the middle of the web, get that indistinct grey smudge, and then make it to one of the edges of the web without getting caught, you would have thought correctly. As a reward, you get to do it all over again. Except this time with 2 spiders. The final challenge is getting past the Spider Queen.
My daughters could not stop you, thief. Perhaps I can. What's in my web is mine.
And this is not quite that easy, because she gets to move twice in one turn. Luckily, the prizes we have so far can be exchanged for useful hints. That's what Shaq, the god of rain, is for.
The smoking mirror and his mirror have their feet.
Now, what could that mean? It means we need to go back to the land of the living. This is where I'd like to point out that the NPCs here are actually worth talking to. They don't give you items, but they do point you in the right direction.
I am told that the smoking mirror and his mirror have both lost a foot. I don't know where they are.
His foot, yes. Tezcatlipoca was attacked by the world crocodile and lost a foot. He replaced it with one carved from obsidian. Have you searched inside his pyramid? The answer may be there.
Why, it's almost like they want you to succeed or something. Anyway, it's a good idea to come back here anytime you get stuck. Now, getting the first foot is an easy affair, but for the second one, we'll need to do some algebra. Correction, we need to do algebra and learn Aztec numerics.
The jaguar's number multiplied by itself is the snake's.
Honestly, I don't think this is a very good security system. I'm surprised they don't get looted more often. Although who knows, maybe this is a daily affair. Time for one more trip in the jungle.
I have found you at last, Lord Jaguar.
Yes, we did.
I ask you to speak my language.
You've been hitting the funny mushrooms again.
Oh, wait, other way around.
What?
I have come for my city and for my king.
Yes?
Why does it sound so confused? I mean, I sympathize, but still.
I wish to speak to the feathered serpent.
You have earned that right. I warn you, though. He has no strength to give you.
Who wakes me?
Lord, our city needs your chulel.
I can give you chulel, human, but I will need the skulls. Take a feather from me. It will protect you.
Once again, based on everything you've seen, can you guess what this is for? That's right, you put it in the path of the spider and stun it for a turn. It doesn't even look like a feather when you put it down. What even is that, a shield? Also, where's the texture from her head? Well, I have the sword, so I can fix that at least. I was hoping for a more permanent solution. What does she need these skulls for anyway? Well, I know what I'm doing with them. Ooh.
Take my chulel to your king.
Thank you. I hope this will help our corn.
Lord Bat, I have the chulel of Quetzalcoatl.
Then you have what you came for. You impress me, human.
Our king will live.
Not forever, Tepek.
No king rules forever, my son.
You have the chulel. Take it to the king now.
Actually, now that I'm done, why don't we go and get...
There's no time for talking.
Humiliation.
It's over, Tepek. I've done everything I could. Ew. If only he knew where that came from.
Bring my sword. There's a battle to be won. Majesty, the sickness has left the corn.
We gotta get out of here.
Is dead. His army has returned to Calco.
What, just like that? This chulel works faster than I thought. Overall, I think this is better than the Irish part. Sure, navigating the jungle was a bit of a hassle, but the back and forth between the two worlds provided some visual variety. There were also multiple interesting and helpful characters. The puzzles also made a bit more sense. So let's fire up the last dream. Ah, exquisite. Pierre, you've done it again. What happened? Did your dog get loose in the kitchen? But at least we have someone to talk to.
Are you well, old master?
Oh, yes, very well. Thank you for asking.
I am Wei Yulan, old master.
So we're traveling to Liyang, but there is a shadow blocking the gate. Personally, I would just step over it. Or failing that, use a lamp. How about just climbing over the walls? Come on, Wei, the people in Liyang are counting on you.
I am Song Dao Shi. I wish I had joined my brothers and gone with the exorcists.
Where have they all gone?
To chase the hungry ghosts who have been wandering the region ever since this strange new star appeared in the heavens. Now our own monastery is haunted, and without our exorcists, we are helpless.
Ironic, but seriously, is there not one person at this temple who could help?
Heaven lowers what is high and raises what is low.
Well, certainly not him, no.
I imagine that, as abbot, you are eager to remove the shadow barring the gate to your monastery.
Thank you, Dr. Wei, for reminding me of my responsibilities. Alas, both of our exorcists are wandering the countryside, chasing hungry ghosts. It is very likely that we shall all die of thirst long before they come back.
Bummer.
I can't help feeling there must be something we can do. While I appreciate your hospitality, the sub-prefect is expecting me in Liyang, where I am to oversee the civil register.
Ah, yes. It wouldn't do for an important official to neglect his duties to the Emperor.
Okay, chill, man. Not all of us can be abbots.
If anyone can rid us of that shadow demon, it is surely Tan Yun. There is a way to find him. It is not without risk, however. Over the years, a number have set out to see him. None have returned.
Which of the Dao Shi will you send?
Look at Wei trying to worm his way out of this. You and I both know you'll have to go.
Sung is too frightened. Chen does nothing but quote the ancient masters. I myself must remain to oversee the monastery.
Okay, that's just a cop-out. What are you overseeing? We're dying of thirst.
If I understand you, Master Lo, I am the one who must find Tan Yun.
Oh, now you get it. It's pretty amazing just how reluctant these people are to help, especially since it's their lives on the line.
You're sure you wish to find Tan Yun?
I have no choice, old master, if I'm to be in Liyang in time to assume my new functions.
Well, what about the dying of thirst part? That's pretty disconcerting. Wei's sense of duty is remarkable. Then again, Tepek was ready to die for his king.
You will need these two objects.
Right, so put the turtle on the pedestal, and this part is pretty weird. Master Wu tells you to establish the 4 directions. To do that, you turn this outer disc. But the turtle always points in the same direction, so you already have what you need. So the plane is back, the mountain is forward, the pagoda is right, and the river is left. So what's the point of these images then? Also, I have a hard time telling which image is supposed to represent what. I can see the pagoda on 3 images. It's like looking at negatives, there is only one image where each item isn't. But like I said, it doesn't matter. Just remember what direction each thing is and follow the instructions.
Turning to face in the direction shown by the plane, the turtle travels along the path to the next crossroads.
And don't mess it up because Master Wu only tells you if you did at the end.
The turtle appears to have lost his way somewhere. You'll have to start all over again.
For the final instruction, you need to look at the medallion.
Having at last reached the house of the tiger, the turtle takes the shortest path to the house of the dragon.
But the medallion tells you where the house of the dragon is from the beginning. But I guess that's cheating. You have to do the turtle ritual first. What is that? Oh, a wand, I should have guessed. Looks more like a candle to me. I mean, you do use it to light incense, but what's the point of this? Well, if we've learned anything so far, is that there is no shame in asking for help.
Even the finest hair rests. The truth knows what is high, what raises rain, is not the true Tao.
Okay, well not this guy, but the others are bound to help.
Dr. Wei, please don't ask me anything more.
My work is at an end. The rest of the journey is yours to discover alone.
I don't get it, is this a Chinese thing? Is dying of thirst just preferable to living there? This puzzle is another filter for the colorblind. Look at the dragon, look at the stands. You know, these Warhammer figurines give me an idea. If nobody's going to help me, I can just make my own friends. See, the shrinking incense only works on things that are on your person. So enlarge yourself while the figurines are in your inventory, then put them on the ground and voila, new friends.
Pay me first.
Okay, so the relationship is a bit more transactional than that.
I have something for you, sir. But first you'll have to pay me.
Thank you, sir. And this is for you. Metal is born of it. Wood later destroys it.
Pay attention to what they're saying here. You have to put these coins in order based on that. There's an order of creation and of destruction. Don't be fooled and think there is only one like I was. Well, this seems correct, but this is funnier. Now this puzzle, I have no idea. From what I can tell, it's just a guessing game. But I finished it, and that's what matters. I can't decide what makes this cutscene feel more like a fever dream. It's either the dragon's face or the sound design, but it's the combination that really makes them shine. So what is this supposed to be? Okay, but this is the only way to go. Oh, I guess third time's the charm?
You were looking for me?
You are Master Tan?
He looks pretty pale to me. I know, I'm sorry.
Is there something I can do for you?
Might I ask where your previous visitors are now, since they never returned to the monastery?
An excellent question, Master Wei. They appear to have got lost.
And that seems ominous.
A shadow has taken up residence in the courtyard.
A perverse power is abroad in the mortal plane.
Oh, I've heard that before.
Do you know anything about the strange star in the sky?
Yeah, it seems important. It is visible in every chapter.
No. Do you?
Nothing.
Well, it's a good thing we have the manual. So apparently it's not even a star but a supernova. An actual supernova that was visible between 1054 and 1056. It created the Crab Nebula, which looks like this today. Of course, people attributed all sorts of omens to it, and here in the game it seems like it's the cause of all these spiritual issues, which we're in the middle of fixing, so let's get back to it.
I can help, Master Wei, if you will fetch for me the mushroom of immortality.
Where will I find the mushroom?
In hell, Master Wei.
Which hell do you think is worse, Chinese or Aztec? And what is that supposed to be? Oh, hello?
Excuse me?
Yes.
Is that Tezcatlipoca?
What?
I've come for a mushroom of immortality.
Well, I've never been inside a dispensary, so this is a fresh experience.
Form.
Oh, I guess it's the same as the DMV then.
Can you give me a form to get stamped?
Yes.
There are various animals here that stamp your form. It doesn't correspond to the type of animal they are, but they always give the same stamp. The issue is we don't know which stamps to get. Oh, who's this?
You spared my life.
Oh, well, I was just trying to be funny. But now we know which stamps to get. Of course, you still have to figure out which animal gives you which stamp. That's not much of an issue, but you can only check 3 at a time. Then it's back to the bowl to get a new form.
You'll have to do it again.
They tried to make this place intentionally confusing and frustrating, but it just doesn't match the sheer terror of Xibalba. You can even go upside down, but I'm sorry, it just doesn't work. What's with France and bureaucracy anyway? I mean, between this and Asterix, I'm noticing kind of a pattern. The sound design is just as annoying as Xibalba's though, so it has that going for it at least.
Here.
Ah, my mushroom. You, Master Wei, are a most resourceful mortal.
You flatter me, Master Tan. Now, about the Shadow Demon.
Shadow Demon?
Must I remind you of our agreement?
Agreement?
Behind D, Psycho Mantis.
You must place the serpent on the shadow, then release it. And I believe that concludes our business.
Oh, so the solution was a lamp. Called it. Is he dancing? Was he supposed to say something?
Dr. Wei, we of the abode of the Purple Deposit are in your debt.
We finally have all the stones, and no, you can't use the 3 new ones to travel. There is something missing. Remember the crystal? It's the only item you take with you inside the stories. Each time you find a place it fits, you get to travel a bit further into space. In case you missed it, you can just go back for them. When you reach the end of the journey, the crystal transforms, and now it fits in the device. So, I hope you remember what order you put the stones in. That's right, you have to activate the curtains in the same order. I guess it's lucky I was recording, because who would even remember these patterns? I can barely even tell them apart. Also, what's with this zoom? I guess the budget was depleted at this point. I think the combined effects of the crystal and the rocks just hit me.
This is Shambhala?
Yes. For you, this is Shambhala.
Yeah, I was told I would get to go further than this.
There are many things I do not understand.
I mean, I can't blame you.
It came from somewhere in the stars. It was infinitely wiser, more intelligent than our ancestors. But they had something which it lacked. A physical body, sensations, joy and pain, the cycle of birth and death.
Don't worry about the things she's saying. It has nothing to do with the things we've seen so far. Ten is the light bearer, and he needs to defeat the dark. That's about it. So there is no, like, thematic connection between the 3 stories. There is no lesson to learn, and Ten doesn't even comment on them. He just needs to go to Atlantis to defeat the darkness. And how do we get there? Through a clever reuse of assets. You go through a series of places you visited before, and there are items you can pick up. The characters give you a hint about the item and the place you're looking for. Meanwhile, a distorted version of the ending soundtrack plays. Yeah, I think it's safe to say they ran out of money.
It is not something you might often use.
Okay, some of these hints are really vague. Like, the solution is the study in the monastery. But it's supposed to be a place where we talk to no gods. Well, Anya was in the next room. The study is also the only place with 3 exits, so you can just trial and error if you feel like it. What? What is this featureless hole in the water? And what's with this vehicle? How did you get that, Dan? And all this accompanied by this uplifting music? This is amazing. This was the most convoluted way possible to get to Atlantis. Was it worth it? I realize this says more about me, but I get lost here so easily. But everything looks the same, and this music, I feel like I'm losing my mind. Oh, there it is! There's the darkness. I didn't expect a combat sequence. Damn it! I skipped the cutscene. And I didn't save. Well, this is why they invented the internet. Oh, see? That was smart. He slowed down with the last tentacle. That didn't seem like a victory, did it? The crystal's upgraded again. It's more potent now than ever. What is happening? This is like the end of Akira.
Now we are complete.
Yeah, this is just new age cliches one after the other. None of the things that happen throughout the story have anything to do with each other. The segments individually were alright. I did enjoy the use of real mythology, even if it was a bit butchered sometimes, but the whole lightness and dark story has no substance and is a bit generic anyway. But more to the point, it has nothing to do with the three stories. Sure, it seems like the darkness getting stronger is what's causing the supernatural upset in these stories, but the characters always just end up dealing with the problem, unaware of the cause. They just get the rocks, which then get transported into Ten's inventory, and then Ten just pretends he's in the intro for Il était une fois la vie. Which, I mean, fair game to him, but what's the takeaway here? Overall... Wait, there's an after-credits scene? Oh yeah, that ties it all together real nice.